what you want to and do what you will, but you gonna play this intro. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. I'm one of your hosts, Smitty. I'm here with the game, man. We back. State of the Divisions, part 2. Y'all missed last week, man. We got into a few good ones. Go back, check that out, man. Tap in with us. But sir, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, brother. Woke up on the right side of 6 feet.
Yeah, JMIK, what's good, bro?
Oh, not much, man. Just another rainy Saturday up here in the Northeast. That's about it.
Pop, the first lady, the top one. You know what I mean? Dazzled in gold, man. What's good with you?
I'm chilling. Glad to be back with the people.
Yeah, man. It's always good to be back with the people, man. Yeah, so last week we got into the state of divisions. Before we jump back into it, man. Any interesting news out there y'all see? I mean, I know the Trey Henderson and Shamar Stewart situation is boiling over. Anybody wanna, touch on that before we move forward?
I
Because I think
mean,
that situation getting sticky.
I w- uh, it's the Bengals, dog. Nobody here is surprised.
They don't do good business.
Like, bro, so I've been in GIB a lot this week. So I've had the good fortune of discussing this with the good brother Jake as a Bengals fan. And I've heard a lot of things that he said that the Bengals fans say. And all of it is perplexing, bro. Like, if he has an injury history, why did they draft him? If he was not productive in college, then why did they draft him? You know, I I, I don't understand. Then they don't want to play Trey Henderson. Then they let go of that green dot. Um,
Is the Trey Henderson situation maybe amplifying the Shamar Stewart one?
I
No,
don't. I don't think so.
I think they're two separate issues that just happen to be happening at the same time.
Because I feel
Because
like
the
it's
Trey
three other
Henderson
guys, right?
thing,
Isn't it? Pop, how many other guys, if you don't mind, how many other guys haven't signed yet though?
it's a few.
I mean, like, there's a
Mo,
lot of first and second round picks that haven't signed. That,
yeah,
that
there's
Well,
a
I
few.
think it's three. What? Travis Hunter, Shamar Stewart, and there's one more guy left in the first round. Not
yeah, but the
signed.
second round got a bunch of guys that ain't
Like
signed.
it's like 40 guys in the second round.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
if
but
you
the
talk
only
about
difference is
first
that those guys are
round,
still in the mini camp though. Like, that's the difference.
yeah, the
Okay.
thing
Okay.
with the Shamar Stewart thing is like I think it's being highlighted the most because it's like, okay, damn, this kind of been dragging on. It's not the first time we've seen like kind of rookies fighting for certain things in their contract.
Right.
I just think it
Like
has to
Bosa
deal
did it too,
with,
right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
nothing new. I think the thing is just getting highlighted with the Bengals is because off season, this has been the problem. You've had it was contract disputes with Chase, Trey. The Trey thing has been dragging on now for what it came out around March. It's now halfway through June now. That's been dragging on. Now you have Shamar Stewart. So I just think it's being exacerbated by other things that the Bengals already have going on. But I'm not really concerned for real. And my thing with the Shamar Stewart, okay, yeah, he does have this quote unquote injury history. He was not productive. But if hypothetically he decides he's not going to sign, he wants to enter the draft next year, he's not going. I don't think he's going to be drafted at the same position that he was this season, and that's just me looking at the potential prospects that come out in the draft next year. Like, bro, I don't know if you go
So,
in the
Pop, would you
first
take the
again.
second route of becoming a free agent and not entering the draft?
At that point, you're a guy who never had that type of tape, and you sat out the NFL for 2 years.
Because I'm thinking about it like this: if you take an opportunity, right, instead of going back to the draft when they release your if they even let his rights go, I would just go into free agency and take a 2-year deal and bet on myself, develop it in 2 years, hoping the team take another chance on me instead of trying to get drafted. Because it's possible, like Pop, you just said, he become a 6th or a 7th round pick.
That's a big if. That's a big if. I'm just saying. With Shamar Stewart, I never want to believe that a guy who didn't produce is all of a sudden going to put it all together on the NFL level and then start producing at this high level that his intangibles say that he can produce at. Like, I'm not that type of person. It's like, I'm gonna take what you give me, and if you show me that, then I will believe. But right now, you don't have that great of a tape. You do have the explosiveness and athleticism, but what did that really get you, bro? Like, I don't know. To me, it's a lose-lose on both sides.
Hey, JMIK, you noticed that new feature they added to StreamYard?
No, what's that?
Look in the comments. That never showed up before.
Oh yeah, saying that people
The
repost.
repost.
Yeah, I mean
And this, they added this too. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this part. Everybody. Look, you can add the to the. It's behind Pop, I think, but it's like right here. I think you can add the messages, just comments to the stage. I don't know, StreamYard trying to step it up, but go ahead. You go ahead, Joe.
And I was gonna say first, shout out to the people that reposted the stream, y'all, Dre and Amber, man, and we really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. I mean, I agree. Like, I think it's just two separate situations that are happening at the same time. I think the Trey Henderson one is, I mean, he got a year on his deal with no guaranteed money, and no player is going to want to play in that situation. I mean, I don't care if he's a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, edge rusher, interior D lineman, corner, linebacker. Like, no player is going to want to play in them circumstances. Like, they do not want to be playing a year where they have no guaranteed money. So I get that. And I mean, Trey been talking about this since last year, since before last season. So this is not a new situation. So, and I mean, like, I mean, once the league year started, he was talking about he wanted to be traded, because they didn't want to pay him. And I mean, honestly, like, you can only pay so many people, like, and I get it. Like, I don't believe in a salary cap at all, but it does get to a point where you can't just give everybody top dollar. I mean, that's kind of the way that it works. So he just kind of, to me, he like the odd man out. I mean, it's, it is what it is. But they're not going to trade him at this point because he's their best pass rusher. He's the best, I mean, he's had the most sacks the last 2 seasons. So he's not going to get traded. I don't think he's going to get paid, and he's going to have to play because, if you don't play the whole season, next season you're back in the same situation where you didn't accrue that one service year. So you'd be going through this again next year. So he's going to play at some point. I mean, he'll probably do what the Cat did on the Jets last year, and and I forgot. I mean, homeboy's name on top of my head.
Hassan.
Yeah. Hassan Reddick. Like, he came back eventually before week 8, and I think that's probably what's going to happen here. And when with the rookie, I mean, the rookie's just looking for special language in his contract, like, and so he was with a top 17 pick. So I don't really got no issue with him wanting certain language in there. And it's just like, it's the job of the team and his agent to kind of work together to kind of come up with either a compromise or work something out where I mean, you can either get the language or, kind of fix the situation. Cause to me, what he's doing is it's not setting up, I mean, because this is his first year coming to the league. So you can kind of assume in 4 years, they're going to have another contract dispute, or 5 years, they're going to have another contract dispute. And, like, this is not, I mean, to like start your career with a team like in this type of way contractually it's just not a good sign for me.
The thing about it is, why would you bust out a new precedence like this year? Does that speak to the money that they got? I mean, that has to be something with the
But I don't
guaranteed
think that's
money.
true though, because I was reading a tweet saying that they put this language in other like
No,
rookies'
no,
contracts.
no. It's the
So
first. Well, from what Shifty sent me, this is the first time it's been in a rookie's contract. It's in
nah,
other.
I don't think that's true because I said
No, not the part about the void. See, like a
no, but
lot
I'm
of
talking
people
about
that
from the Bengals' perspective. Like they put this in other rookies'
yeah, they've
contracts.
had it, but this is the first batch. They did it with the other rookies they signed this year, but
Yeah,
he's
so,
the one that complained about it. That's what
I
I'm saying.
mean,
Like he looks
he's
kind of
not that right.
crazy when they like, well, the other 5 picks signed already, and they took the same language. Like it ain't gonna hurt you. Like, but I understand what he's saying. Like I wanted to be specific. I want the understanding what voids my contract, what gets me, you know what I mean, out of the Bengals if this or that happens. Right now, they're saying like I haven't read the contract, so I can't say, you know, if it's for sure or not. But they saying like the language is so unspecific that him wearing the wrong socks on game day, his contract would be void type shit.
I mean, but I gotta think if you wear the wrong socks and you try to void someone's contract, like the PA is gonna sue the league, bro. Like I like it's one thing for performance issues, but if you wear the wrong color socks, like I'm not sure that would pass over with the PA. And like, you know, I mean, if you sued them in court, like I don't think that will hold up, to be honest.
That's why I wish the language of these contracts was public.
Yeah, but you won't know the language until they sign them. I mean, that's you know, after they sign them, and like that's when you might be able to get your hands on the contract. But like right
See,
now, where he hasn't signed it, like you're just not gonna know exactly what's in that contract right now.
the thing about it is, it's like every contract that every there's rules, code of conduct. So every contract has wording in it that can void it
Right.
for, you know, behavior detrimental to the team or the shield, blase blase. But when you start trying to put wording in there to be able to cut somebody for any reason, you know, I gotta side with the player on this one.
Yes, sir. And I think that's what his representation is saying. Like it's so unparticular of what you can void his contract for. Right now, the smallest infraction with the NFL, my player's looking for a job. We're not going for that. And I'm with you, sir. I'm siding with the player because that's crazy, bro. Why not be particular? Why not just be like, hey, look, these actions, any penalization of these actions, we will void your contract. Here's the list of it. That's not hard to do, right?
I,
No, I mean,
There's
it's
I'm
fine.
with you, bro.
infractions that's noted, right? So you can easily these. Boom. You put these on the list. Hey, look, if you hit any of these on this list, we void your contract. And then he could just sign it and move on. Why are we taking months to change language of it being specific in particular of what gets me in trouble, what gets me thrown out the NFL, basically? Like,
I mean, but to me, like I'm just the kind of guy like you know, like yeah, I mean, OTAs we just had or some teams are coming up about to have this week are mandatory, but I don't really start worrying about contract stuff until it's training camp and you start missing training camp like that. That's kind of when I mean, like my like antenna goes up to like that, like damn, like this person might not actually play. So like that's why like say I was a Bengals fan, like I'd be concerned, but it wouldn't be like, you know, cold red, like like he's not gonna play for us. Like I wouldn't. I mean, they got about another month to a month and a half until training camp starts, and then if training camp starts and he's not there, then I think you got to be a lot more worried about it. To me,
yeah, I mean this little month stretch, they gonna have no contact with him right here at the crib. They done left the building, right?
yeah, but you only have mandatory mini camps for like 2 or 3 days, and then you leave the team and you're away for the team for 5 weeks, and then you come back.
Right.
So I mean, some guys will train together in during this 5-week period, like quarterbacks and wide receivers and tight ends. Like I mean, they might meet somewhere for like a week or two, and they might train together. Or you say you're a wide receiver, and you got friends in the league that are wide receivers. Like you might go to like California or Florida, and you train with those guys for a couple of weeks. So That's what I'm saying. Like, so like there wouldn't have been much team contact. Like he got the playbook, so it's not like he don't have that. So like I'm just not as concerned about like if training camp coming, he's still not showing up, or he's showing up and not doing nothing. Then me if I was a Bengals fan, I'd be a lot more concerned at that point.
Nah, it's an interesting situation, man, because you so used to like it just being a smooth transaction. You know what I mean? Like
But I also
rookie
don't think
come in,
he,
rookie sign.
yeah, but I don't think Shamar is going to make or break their defense either way. Like I think he's a good addition, but it's not like he's like Ray Lewis or he TJ Watt. Like he's not going to be one of them guys. I mean, he's going to help them, but I mean, to me, the Bengals defense, unless they make some drastic improvements with the new DC being hired and some of the new guys that I guess the young guys are going to play, but like they would need drastic improvement for me to actually pick them to win that division. Like whether Shamar and Henderson play or not, like I'm not picking them to win that division again.
I think another issue is like what don't they got like 400 million tied up in the three players or something like that? 400
Yeah,
million guaranteed.
I mean that was the issue, and then also the other issue was they had other defensive players that they drafted in the past that they didn't bring back. They just let them go, and they are really good players, and that's another reason why the defense is not good.
Yeah, this shit. I think this situation, yeah, it's being amplified because of their history as a team. They're like, "Oh, you being cheap and you being difficult." Like instead of just handling business with your rookie, like this pivotal moment, like soon, like you said, man, it's going to be pivotal moments for the rookies, man. Like early training camp, really getting in, seeing what you do, understand from what you've seen in the playbook, things of that nature. Like you need this time, and being at the crib but not being signed ain't gonna be a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like unless the Ravens have an injury to Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry, like I don't see how they don't finish in first. And then, I mean, like late last night I was in the space after the Thunder game, and I was even looking at their schedule. Like I'm looking like the Ravens should really win more than 12 games. I mean,
Yeah,
they really should. I mean, the way the roster's constructed, the coaching hasn't changed that much from last year. It's the same. It's pretty much the same coaches. They had a good draft, free agency that kept their players. Like I mean, like I said, there have to be some sort of like injury plague year for them not to finish first in that division, I think. And I mean, honestly, the Bengals might not even finish in second. Like the Steelers might finish in second, to be honest. So,
how much does Aaron Rodgers change over there? I mean, to be honest,
He don't really move the needle for me. But I will say he might be better than what they had last year. Is just I don't know if it was a disconnect between the quarterbacks and the offensive coordinator or what, but that just was not working.
I think I agree with you, Pop. Like as far as like in a division, it don't move the needle. But I think from what they had last year, it's an improvement. You know what I mean on this season. But I think like I don't know if they like I know a lot of them are like, oh, we won this amount of games last year with Russ and Justin Fields, so we gonna win more games with Aaron Rodgers. And I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works, bro. Like, yeah, he gonna come in. Yeah, the offense may look a little better. You may be a little bit more fluent, but you also may do a lot of things differently because it kind of goes into what Aaron Rodgers likes to do. Like what Russell Wilson and Justin Fields good at ain't the same thing as Aaron Rodgers. So your offense may look different. You may win an extra game. You may lose 2 games because they I mean a lot of Steelers fans are like guaranteeing like, oh, it's our season has to be at least last year or better. It's like it doesn't.
I mean, to me, the situation is a lot similar to last year if you think about it. Because like last year, I mean, they had a veteran quarterback and they had Pickens. I mean, this year they got a veteran quarterback and now they got DK because they traded Pickens away. I mean, they drafted a running back. They still got Jalen Warren. They still got Freiermuth. I mean, the situation offensively is quite similar. I mean, if you want to be honest, like I think Rodgers is better than Russ. I think. I mean, I don't think it's like like Rodgers to me is still better. Like it's hard to quantify how much better than Russ, but like Rodgers could still make a lot of the throws. I mean, Russ to me, he can make most of the throws, but it's just like there's certain throws that Russ struggles with. And I just don't think Aaron Rodgers struggles with certain throws. He just struggles with holding on to the ball because he don't want to throw interceptions. Like he's risk averse. So I mean that's just something that the Steelers fans are gonna have to live with.
I think it moves the needle a lot for them. Uh, I I mean, they're not going to change their offense. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to. He's not coming in there and slinging the ball around like Joe Burrow. Okay. They're going to put him in a. I would imagine they're going to put him in a game manager role. And I think Aaron Rodgers got a little gas in the tank where he can have moments in the game where he can elevate. Um, he can't do that for a whole game no more. But I just, he doesn't turn over the ball, and that's the number one thing. Uh, he's still a little mobile. I mean, he could pick up 3 yards if need be. Um, but even with that said, he might move the needle for them. But on a grand scheme of things, in that division in the league, uh, they're not competitors. No.
I mean, they might be a little creepy team in the wild card, I guess, if you want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
AFC wild card kind of
Maybe,
tough though.
but my
Maybe.
my
Mm-hmm.
thing is, if you're looking at that AFC conference as a whole, it improved vastly this past offseason. And right now, I'm of the opinion that to make the playoffs, you might need 10 wins in the AFC. You might need maybe a 9-18 can sneak in, but just looking at the teams, like the top 10 teams, you might need 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
I,
it's going to be tough for them, man. Like I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like even the teams that barely got into the playoffs last year, like they improved. Like Denver, Denver improved. Um, the Chargers made the play. I think the Chargers were what, the 5 seed. Like they improved, and I'm trying to think who the 6 seed was. Just don't
Was
remember.
it the Texans?
No, the Texans were the 4 because they won a division.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Still, yeah, well, yeah. I think it was the Steelers actually. I think the
it might have
Steelers,
been the Steelers, yeah.
yeah. And I mean, I don't know if the Steelers. I mean, their draft was good. Like I really like their draft a lot. Um, but like I said, like if they would have kept Pickens, like I would have liked their offensive situation a lot more. But they
Yeah.
traded him away, and now they tell me they want to acquire another receiver. I'm just like, you could have just kept Pickens, and you could have wrote out for a year, and then when he's a free agent next year, you could have just he was signed somewhere else, and I mean, you would have got a comp pick. So
For sure. Hey, real quick, hey, shout out to all the people that tapped in with the playback, man, the other night. I did some last minute film watching. A lot of people went back and rewatched it, so I appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in and supporting the check down, man. Every time we have something rolling, y'all pop out. So appreciate y'all, man, for that. We did watch JMIK, we did watch Caleb Johnson a little bit on there, man. Like
yeah.
watched a little bit. I I don't know, man. Like to me, he not super fast. But people like try to compare him to Najee. I don't think he Najee Harris either. Like I think he got a little bit more elusiveness than Najee. But he's still kind of, I don't know. We're gonna have to see, man.
I
I
mean, but
don't
I've heard a lot of people call him like Najee Part 2, though. That's what I've heard. I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, but I seen a lot more. I seen a lot more agile out of Caleb than I've ever seen out of Najee. Najee just straight up and down through the whole power game. Like he
Yeah, but
might hit you with a one cut every now and again.
yeah, but if you watch Najee at Alabama, I mean, he did show some of that at Bama, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, he had a little bit at Bama. Yeah, he had a little bit more than he had in I don't know though. We gonna see. It do. They are similar though. They do have some of the same qualities. But if you, I mean, A lot of teams got better, man. It's gonna be a tough road for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a tough road for everybody because certain divisions in that conference, man. Like, I mean, the Chiefs have won that division, I think, what, 7 times in a row or something like that, 7, 8 times in a row. But like the Chargers, the Broncos, even the Raiders got better. So I
Sure.
mean, I still think the Chiefs are gonna win that division, but I don't think it's gonna be as easy as it was like the last few years. Like I think it's gonna be more of a challenge.
I think Jigga just said it best, man. He said, we I think Jigga said it best. He said Rodgers got to buy in. Like Rodgers got to be all, you know what I mean? All for the team, all for one. You know, one man, one sound, one band, one sound. How it say?
Yeah,
What's up, D?
yeah. I mean, it's just like the AFC is tough, man. I mean, but to me, like the NFC tough too, though. Like I don't think either conference is going to be this cakewalk where you got one team. I mean, like everybody got obviously a lot of people got the Chiefs because they ain't been beat realistically in the AFC in the playoffs other than the Bengals. But I mean, even the NFC, I mean, like you got the Eagles. I mean, like the Eagles are a really good team. I mean, they literally have the best offensive line in football now. I mean, like since the line center retired, I think. I mean, some people have a debate about it. Some people are saying who got the best old line. So, but now I think you got to give it to the Eagles. I mean, it's the Eagles and the Bills a close second. So it's like, so we got those situations, but like the Eagles like the Chiefs, they are the favorites. I mean, but you got teams like the Niners, the Rams, the Lions. I mean, some people like the Bears a lot. Some people like the Bucks a lot. Some people like the Commanders. Some people like even like the Cowboys. Like it proves that they made. So it's like you've got a lot of teams that's like that's going to be in those talks of who's the best in their conference. So I think both sides of the bracket is going to be real interesting to watch this year. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I can't wait. This shit need to hurry up. I'm tired of this.
man, you got a good what? You got a good 90 days or something like that, man.
I know, like 80 something, 80 and some change.
And you better enjoy the summer, man. Because
Man,
once football season get here, that's the summer's over pretty much.
Yeah. I'm gonna enjoy the summer for sure. I'm gonna catch me a couple of beaches. You know what I mean? I gotta do a little something, man. But
and then I know we're doing the joint practice with the Commanders at the beginning of August up here, so I'm definitely going to that. Like it's going to be Jaden and Drake May doing, doing the joint practice against those defenses. I mean, it should be a good show.
Well, since we have made it to the 100 people mark, we're gonna jump into this state of division, man. We're gonna go ahead and let JMIK start us off with this AFC East, man.
Yeah. So we're going by the same format we did last week, state of the divisions. To me, when I got to look at a team that got worse, see, this is tough, man, because I do think the Bills got better. I do think the Patriots got better. It's really between the Dolphins and the Jets. I gotta say I don't think the Jets got better to me. Because they lost Aaron Rodgers, which I wasn't really singing his praises last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you look at the numbers, I mean, statistically, I mean, he put up good numbers. And then when I was looking at Justin Fields' numbers, I never realized he's never thrown for 2,600 yards. Like I didn't realize that until someone pointed out. I had to look at, I didn't believe it. I had to look at his stat, and he didn't not throwing for 2,600 yards. And so you going from a guy like Aaron Rodgers to him, and I mean the thing is, like, I don't dislike the kid because in that draft, I wanted to draft him instead of Mac. So I have nothing against the kid, but I mean I'm looking at that. I'm DJ Reader, like he went to the Lions, so they lost they CB2. And then they signed the CB2 from the Ravens. I think his name was Stevens. He wasn't good, and I've heard reports that they're going to try to make him a safety. And just like subtle things like that. So, they also lost Tyler Conklin, and they drafted a tight end in the draft. I mean, like, there's a lot of players that were on that team last year that aren't there now. And I mean, I know that's not saying a lot because they only won 5-6 games last year. But like when I got to look at them and the Dolphins, like the Dolphins, I know that we thinking that Jalen Ramsey going to get traded, but current as of June 14th, he's still on the team. So I can't count that against them yet. So I got to say the Jets got worse. And to me, the team that got, that made, to me, the team that made the most improvement, I'll go with my own team. I'll go with the Patriots because we were so bad last year. And I mean, what we added in free agency in the draft, I think it's going to propel us to be a much better team than we were last year. Like I'm not saying we're going to win 12 games or 13 games. I'm not saying nothing like that. Like I think our floor is 7 and our ceiling is around 9-10 wins. Like I think that's kind of one of them I'm looking at. But like just some of the guys, like, I mean, like they added Milton from the Eagles. They added Harold Landry after he got cut. They added him. They added Spillane from the Raiders. They added Carlton Davis from the line. Like they had, I mean, obviously we had the most money, but they added a lot of different guys to the offense and to the defense. I mean Moses, the right tackle from the Jets, they added him as well. And then they went into the draft. They drafted Will Campbell, left tackle out of LSU. They added Travion from Ohio State. Like they added a lot of good pieces, and so I think we got the best out of any team. But I mean, I also think like that the Bills got better as well. But I just don't think it's to the degree that the Patriots got better.
You didn't tell the people you. Oh yeah, you did. Never mind.
So
I ain't gonna say it. You told the people about the man. You just didn't tell them his real position. But it's all right. It's all good.
I mean, from the reports I heard in middle camp, I mean, he was killing at left tackle. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's all I heard, man.
Yeah, mini camp sound good. You know what I mean?
I didn't say I was, pounding my chest out about it, but that's just what I heard. That's what the reports are. So,
and tell me what you see when you see it with your eyes. You will be there soon to see it with your eyes. Let me know.
I mean, he got his work cut out for him because the first month of the season, the edge rushers he gonna have to face. He's gonna show if he's a left tackle or not. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Anybody who want to go next, man? AFC East. You sound muffled. Sir.
I know, bro. I had the microphone turned away. Let me see. I feel like I don't really like what the Jets did. And as far as improvement, I'm gonna actually go with Miami. I like what they did. I feel like their Achilles heel was the defense, that front seven. They invested in that. I'm not worried about them on the offensive side of the ball. If their guys are there, they can put up points in bunches. But I do have I got questions about everybody's coaching staff in that division. Everybody. The Jets got a first time head coach. Mike McDaniel has shown no ability to control that team. Rabel, um, this is this a new show for him. I know it's in familiar territory, but it's in a different capacity. And then McDermott, like I've seen him win a division with defense, but I also see that defense get their ass toe up in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be some defensive mastermind and you're averaging giving up 30 points a game in the postseason. That's not how that works, So, but I like what Miami's doing. Um, I don't think they're going to win a division. I think it's going to be between the Patriots and Miami coming in second, and I will be surprised if either won 10 games. But we'll see.
So, AFC East. Who got worse? I'm gonna say that. I'm just trying to. I'm like thinking about like. I think the team that got worse, to me. I want to say the Dolphins, bro. I really didn't like their draft. Like I looked at the draft and I'm just like, okay, I really don't like the draft that much. Like I think Kenneth Grant helps, but I think the rest of like the pieces kind of like to me just like I think if you knew Jalen Ramsey was leaving, I think you should have addressed the secondary. Um, and then like I always told y'all, like I believe they got three of the same running backs on offense. Like
Mhm.
really think they should have like addressed something to like change up what's going on. Like if I don't think they like technically got worse, but I think they stayed so stagnant into what they do that like it's like okay, they really didn't get better. They really didn't like move the needle. Like to me, because I really like the Jets draft. Like I like them getting Mimbu, Malachi Moore. I like a lot of what they did early in that draft. I think I like their first four picks. I mean, Justin Fields, I mean, obviously is a big question mark in what they did this offseason. So like you kind of but like I like the Mason Taylor pickup. Like I really like what they did in the draft. And if they can like somehow capitalize on what they've done, I think they you know what I mean, they did just a tad bit more than what the Dolphins did. I think they the bottom two teams though. If you ask me who got the significantly better, yeah, it got to be the Patriots, man. They brought in a lot of pieces, this off season. Obviously, like JMIK said, they had the most cap space in that division. I think they had the most cap space in the NFL. Like, so they
Yeah,
were
for sure.
able to like capitalize on a lot of like missing pieces. Like, did they completely revamp the team? Yes. Like but is it finished? No. But they made a significant jump in one offseason. They were able to bring in a lot of pieces to really, you know what I mean, make it their best opportunity in year one of a new regime. So I'm gonna say the Patriots to me made the significant jump. But it's not far from what the Bills did because I really like the Bills too. Like I like what they was able to achieve in the draft. You know, especially bringing in Benjamin Morrison. Like I think they secondary needed an extra guy. You know what I mean? And they're gonna get healthy, so they bringing it. I mean, they did all right, but gotta be the Patriots made a significant jump. Pop, you there?
Yeah. Um, I will say, yeah, I do agree. I do think the Jets are the worst team, but that's not saying much. Like I don't think it's a big drop off between them and the Dolphins, honestly. The thing is that they've just had a lot of significant changes, specifically at the quarterback and head coach position, and you don't know how that's going to pan out. Like it's two unknowns, so I'm just very hesitant to call that an improvement. I do think they did improve key positions on the roster. Like I think they addressed the offensive line. You got a young tight end. You also added, I think, a piece that could be solid on the back end of the defense with Azariah Thomas, but it's just no game's been played, so I don't know how this gonna work for real. Um, and yeah, I do. I think I agree with the consensus. Like, I think the Patriots, um, at the best improvement. I think they addressed that the needs that they needed to in the draft, and I think in free agency they brought in viable pieces that will fit what Vrabel would want to do on on the defensive side of the ball. And you just keep giving Drake May young talent, surround him with that young talent, I think works. I like that pickup with I believe it's Trivion y'all got, the
Yeah,
Ohio
Trevor.
State.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I like him up there too. Like so yeah, the Patriots, I think they went into this offseason with a game plan and they hit it, and we'll see. It's not a complete product, but I think they'll perform better this season than they did last year.
All right. So NFC East. I guess I gotta go first. God damn.
yep, you do.
The team that got worse. It's kind of hard, right? Because I think every one of us like got a little bit better, but I'm probably gonna go with the Eagles. I mean, we lost the most amount of pieces. Uh, the guys that we got coming in, a lot of people outside of the organization, if you're not a fan, if you haven't watched a lot of like the Eagles tape, you don't know some of the guys, you know what I mean? They popped off in the playoffs, but you know what I mean, a lot of them are up and coming. We obviously lost CJ, we obviously lost Slay, we obviously lost Josh Sweat, uh, we lost Milton Williams, Kenny Gainwell. I mean, and then we replaced. I mean, we wasn't really looking to replace Kenny, but I mean, obviously we bring in AJ Dillon, possible upgrade from Kenny Gainwell. Um, and then we drafted a few pieces. But if you ask me, probably the Eagles. I mean, it's slight, but I think it's the Eagles. We let a lot of pieces leave out. Um, and the talent we bringing in to replace. I mean, we as fans, if you want me, I got to take the fandom out of it. Because as much as I hate these other three teams, I got to take the fandom out of it because I do run a podcast, so I have to be objective. I think it's a tough hill because I'm not looking at who's here, right? I'm looking at how did I improve or get better. I lost a lot of pieces. I didn't bring in a lot of pieces. I did secure some pieces that were here, and then I drafted. You know what I mean? Yeah, I brought in what Josh Uche, Aziz Ojolari. Like I didn't bring in a lot of like significant guys to really improve my roster because my roster, in my eyes, was as close to complete as possible. So yeah, we didn't bring in a lot of guys to improve. Um, the team I feel got better. Shit, the most improved. I'm gonna say the Giants, man. I'm gonna say the Giants, man. They did. They. I can't lie. They go get Abdul Carter. I mean, you pair him up with Kevon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter. I mean, the back end gets a little bit rejuvenated with bringing in Javon Holland. I mean, you get Jackson Dart. You bring in Russell Wilson. You even bring in like to me one of the best the best bridge guy in Jameis Winston because he gonna make you enjoy every game he on the roster. He gonna make it fun for a rookie. I mean, I think like didn't they draft two O linemen in this draft too? Let me see.
Who the Eagles?
The Giants.
I mean the Giants.
They took
Offensive
Mimbu.
lineman?
They took Mimbu, and I don't know. No, they
Yeah, I
only
think they
took
took them
one.
later in the draft, though. I think.
Yeah, they took two D linemen. I got it twisted. I just looked at it. They took two D linemen. They took Darius Alexander in the third, which me and certified everybody here was high on. Like we
Yeah,
really
I'm
like that
surprised he
guy.
ain't going the second.
So seeing like what they did, I think they improved the most, man, in my eyes. Like what they brought in, I think they could have maybe went out and got an extra offensive piece, but I don't think they I think they got a little bit of faith of what they got in that wide receiver room. They want to see what they got because Jalen Hyatt been on that roster for a little minute. They haven't really been able to tap that potential. And you obviously know what Malik Neighbors brings. You get a guy, Wandale Robinson, who they like in the slot. I think they're gonna look at it a little different, see what they can make happen. But I think the Giants to me improved the most.
I can go with that. The Giants, on paper, because I had this conversation this week. Most of those guys were there last year, and there was a bottom 10 defense. Okay, with Dexter Lawrence, he missed 5 games, and they was at the bottom when he was there. They did just magically become a bottom 10 defense in 5 games. But I do like uh Alexander. They picked up, and then Carter, of course. On paper, they should be explosive. The team that I feel like I don't necessarily think that the Commanders got worse, but As far as additions and improvement, they are without a doubt dead last. Um, uh, they did pick up Josh Simmons, I think, in the draft, but on
Connerly.
Connolly. Okay, Simmons went to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, they picked up Connolly. I like that. Um, and Debo. I mean, I guess it's gonna work out. You know, I imagine I'm trying to be optimistic here. He can't run routes. He does have a weight issue. I'm not sure how long he's going to be fast at that weight, and he can't run routes. So I just everybody around them got better, a lot better, and or they were a lot better, either or. Um, I just don't think that they did enough, and mainly because they don't have any draft picks, and they won't have any draft picks next year either because they gave up a lot of them for Jeremy Tunsil. So I maybe they're like in win right now mode. Um, good luck with that.
I mean, I can go next. This is a hard division to say who got best and worst, because I think for the majority of, I think all the teams, made good moves. Um, to me, the team that got better. I gotta look at the Cowboys to me in terms of the best. I mean, it was between the Cowboys and the Giants for me. But I mean, with the Cowboys adding George Pickens, I mean, he's in a contract year, so he probably gonna be on his best behavior because he's trying to get paid. So, and he's gonna be playing next to CD. I mean, both those guys should be able to play off each other, and and you're gonna have a healthy Dak. Um, I did like what the Cowboys did in their draft. I mean, they didn't really do. I mean, they don't really do a lot in free agency. I think they signed a few of their own guys back. They haven't signed Micah back yet. Um, and then I like the Booker pick. I think it's 12 or 13, the guard out of Bama. I like that pick. The only part about the draft I really didn't like was like they could have drafted another running back. I mean, they drafted Jaden Blue, but to me, he's going to be a third down back. And I mean, he's going to work as a third down back, but they don't have they don't have another back because they let Rico go to the Panthers, and then they signed homeboy from Denver that was starting over there that wasn't he was injured a lot and wasn't really that effective. But outside of that, like I just like what they did. And to me, the team that got worse. And I mean, it's no slight, but I kind of agree with Smitty. Like the Eagles, like this kind of what happens when you win a Super Bowl. Like you win a Super Bowl, and everybody want your players. And so they lost Milton Williams to us. They lost Josh Sweat to the Cardinals. And and they lost a couple other guys. I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson went to the Texans. So I mean, Slade went to the Steelers. So they lost some dudes, and I just think like saying that got worse, it's not even an indictment because I still think they can really get back to the Super Bowl and repeat. So I mean, it's not an indictment because they have players behind these players that are ready to step in. But you got to look at the talent that they lost. And I did like the Eagles draft. I mean, like I thought they had a pretty good draft to me. I didn't hate it as much as some other people do. But I just I mean, like it's like to me the Giants got better, the Commanders got better, the Cowboys got better. So it's just like I mean they got worse, but it's not like their team is like going from a 13-win team to a 6-win team. Like I don't think that's the case at all.
Not like because like the reason it looks so lopsided too, like Mick is a lot of the guys that we were letting go. We was kind of prepared for it like years out. So like we got a Moro Ojomo who going into year 3. Like he been here for 2 years. You know what I mean? Like we had guys that kind of we put in place, but until they play, I mean, you can't really put that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's just a tough spot to be in because I mean you got guys behind them, but it's like they haven't played a lot of snaps. It's like even when we signed Milton Williams, like Milton Williams wasn't playing 90% of the snaps. No. So even for us, I mean, like we're taking a chance on Milton. Milton's a good player, but like his new role is not going to be, I mean, the same, like snap count allotment he was getting in Philly. He's going to be playing a lot more.
You're gonna be playing the Jalen Carter role now.
Yeah, so it's like situations like that when you have a guy that hasn't really played a lot of snaps, but now you thrust him into a role that's going to be playing a lot of snaps. Like, I mean, there's going to be questions. So that's just the way that it is. So you just got to kind of see. But I have faith in like the front office of Philly and like the coaching staff in Philly. So I mean, I think y'all be fine. Like I said, it's not an indictment saying that you got worse in terms of the division, but I still got y'all. I still got the Eagles winning the division, and I still think they're the favorites to go back to the Super Bowl. So I don't. It's really no slight on the team as a whole. So
Ash, what's good with you? Pop, NFC East on you.
Um, okay, so the best team, the team I think improved the most was the Giants. Um, yeah, they added pieces to that defense also, and they added some offensive talent, which I think is good. I'm not sold on Jackson Dart. We'll see how that works out, but they did improve other positions on the team, I think, a lot better than the other teams in the division. And I'm gonna disagree with y'all. I think the team that got worse is the Cowboys. Um,
Mm.
like okay, you did get
I know
George
why you finna say
Pickens.
this too.
Yeah, like you got George Pickens, but it's just like okay, that wide receiver room still don't move me. You didn't address the running back position. Trading Rico for Jaden Blue, like that don't move the needle. You picked up Miles Sanders, who been a bum since he left the Eagles. Like you didn't pan out with the Panthers at all, which is why they let you walk. And you just don't. I just don't see a difference maker in the run game for them on there. Also, uh, I'm not that moved by the defense. Like y'all do have some talented pieces on there, but I'm not sold on your linebacking core. You got okay safeties, and when your cornerbacks are healthy, I do think y'all got a solid one too. But like to me, y'all didn't do anything that really moved the needle for me. And you bring in a new defensive coordinator. It's the guy that washed out with the Bears, Eberflus, I believe. That's their new coordinator with Dallas. Okay, we'll see how that works. But to me, they really didn't make an improvement that really leapfrogs them in the division.
Mm. I wanted to say the Cowboys a little bit before my team because I think going into the draft, going into the off season, they had two key things they needed to address. Who's gonna run the ball? Who's gonna stop the other team from running the ball? I don't think they addressed either one of them. And that's the God honest truth. Like to me, you didn't bring in anything to address what you needed, but the George Pickens, I guess, what I mean, you address wide receiver too, but I think they got a lot of question marks like me too. Like that O line, that D line, like I don't know, man. And they lost what? Didn't they lose their second best D lineman too? I forgot about that. DeMarcus, didn't he go to Seattle?
you went to Seattle.
Yeah, but I don't.
I
With
go back
T
and forth with
Law,
him though. Like,
he I don't know if he was their best. He was kind of on the downturn.
No, I
You
said
know,
second best. I said second best because the best is Michael. I ain't gonna even do that.
I mean, second best. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's hard to pinpoint who's second best on that defense for real
It's either
outside of
him or
Micah.
the Osu dude, right? Osu,
well,
Osu.
as far as interior linemen go, I think
Yeah,
Osu's their best one, but it's
Yeah.
outside rush. Like, DeMarcus wasn't their best. Outside rusher. To me, he was good early in his career, but I just think the last couple years, like, I don't know, like, I don't see what other people seeing him the last 2 years.
No, he
Y'all don't
be in
think
and
it's
out too.
Biggs?
As far as the secondary goes, yeah,
Okay.
but I think we're just talking about on their D line.
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
messed
just
up on
yeah,
my
just
bad.
yeah, just the defensive line. My like I get it because T Law has been very productive, but to me, like he's been kind of on the downturn the last 2 3 years. in my opinion. So I don't know how big of a loss that is for them for real.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I was saying. Like, I just like I don't know how big of a like I just like I don't love his play the last 2 years. I'm gonna be honest. Like, and I mean, maybe he can go to Seattle and he's gonna be under Mike McDonald, and Mike can kind of revamp him to be a better player, probably in a better scheme. Possible, hopefully for his sake, as as a player, just me trying to play. But yeah, I mean, to me, like Osu was their best interior D lineman, and their best rusher has to be Micah. I don't even think you can. I don't even think that's a question.
Hey, Jigga, I think that's what's happened too over the last 2 years. He's went from a pass rusher to a run stopper because he done lost that athleticism. Cause he decent in the run. That boy rushing the passer has turned into some shit. But all right, let's get into it, man. Sir, you up first, man. NFC West.
Seattle's some shit. Okay, let me start with that. You know that their first they was already a bad team. You know what I'm saying? The offense is some butt. Their best piece on defense is a nickel. Um, and then their first draft pick was a guy from a Division 1 subdivision school that they're gonna switch to another position. Um, I like what Arizona did. I ain't even gonna hold you. They picked up Nolan and they picked up Will Johnson. With the collection of talent that they already have, is kind of getting scary over there a little bit because they young as fuck. But they do still have Kyler Murray, and um, I don't know, man. I'm just not I'm not as convinced as I was in previous seasons. But we win in the division though.
And man, I knew that was coming. I was just waiting on that part.
Yeah, yeah.
Facts.
No, I'm just saying everybody talking about the Rams, man. The Rams. The Rams?
I mean, to me, it's between y'all and the Rams.
The Rams?
I mean, they did win a division last year. I mean,
Man, them motherfuckers won 10 games when on a down year in the division. And I forgot what that record was, but they beat my skeleton team by 3-6. Um I just they got some guys, but I don't think Tay is gonna change them that much. I mean, Stafford is still just gonna throw to one guy in the game.
I don't
Like
know.
that ain't gonna change.
I mean, he's gonna favor Puka. I think Puka will definitely be his first read, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think Devontae gonna put up 1,000 yards, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Shit.
I mean, I
He
just
gonna have to be his first option because Stafford the targets are not equal. Like Puka will get like 15 targets and then the next guy gets 6.
yeah, but the thing is, Devontae don't need a whole bunch of targets to put up yards. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I
We'll
don't think
see.
Devontae gonna get 12 targets a game. I think he'll get around 6, 7. But I think that's all he's gonna need.
We'll see.
Go ahead, JMIK. You already on the
Yeah. To say who got the worst, who got the worst? To me, I gotta look at Seattle. Because it's like, I mean, like they trade away Geno and they replace Geno with Sam Darnold. I've never been high on Sam. I mean, that might be a bias when he's with the Jets for me, but yeah, he had a good season to the end last year, but I'm just not like, if you don't protect Sam like that should become a nightmare. And I don't think Seattle's offensive line that great to begin with. So I'm looking at that. I mean, yeah, I mean, we're just talking about like they signed the DeMarcus Lawrence, which was a good signing for them. I mean, but then they also traded away DK to the Steelers, which we talked about at the beginning of the show. They traded away a lot of pieces, and I get that they added they added a lot in the draft. I mean, because they got a second for Geno, no, actually they got a third for Geno, a second for DK. So they used those picks I mean, to kind of transform their roster, which is good because they had a lot of picks. But I don't know what those guys are gonna be. Like I really don't. And I mean, I mean, like and Tyler Lockett also left in free agency. So originally they have JSN, and then I think they added 2 wide receivers in the draft. But they didn't take. I don't think they took any of those guys in the top 2 rounds. So they were later round picks. So you just hope that they're going to be good. And I mean, I just think with Mike McDaniel, like I'm not worried about the defense. Like I think he'll get the defense right, in some shape or form. I think they'll be better against the run this year, but I don't know what to expect from that offense. So I'd say they got the worst. The team that got the best to me, I'm going to go with the Cardinals, even though I don't think the Cardinals are going to win a division, but it's like every year they keep having good drafts, free agency. Like they don't tend to overpay a bunch of guys. I think they brought in Josh Sweat from the Eagles, but that was an obvious thing because I knew either Josh or Milton was going to go to the Cardinals because that was their old defensive coordinator. That's the coach. So I figured one of the two was going to go there, and it was just going to be, it was Josh Sweat. And I just like the moves that they made. And I mean, like I said, me saying they got better, I don't think they won in the division, though. But I do think they made the most improvement. My issue with the Cardinals is Kyler Murray. Like Kyler is good first half of the season, and then the second half he tends to tail off. I mean, he's got I don't know if that's a conditioning thing or what's going on with the kid, but he's gonna have to figure out a way to work that out. Like you just cannot play well one part of the season and you don't play well the second half. I mean, like you're hurting your team. And the kind of money he's making, they need him to be a consistent quarterback throughout the 17-game season. Not a question that was asked, but I mean, I said earlier with certified, man. To me, this division boils down to the Niners and the Rams. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And it's going to be fun to watch. I mean, because I think it could very well come down to the last week or two of the season to decide who wins this division too. So,
I kind of agree with Jigger a little bit, but I think the Niners are in the same situation as the Eagles, right? They lost a bunch of names that everybody knew who they were. They had guys in place to take their position. And people just don't know the production of those guys because they're blinded by the name of the guy in front of them and the production that they've seen from those dudes. Voila, the safety that they lost, they had somebody in place. They had Mustafa there. They was ready to move on.
He didn't even start last year. What are we talking about?
But you know how they like put the name out there, and it's like, okay, he gone. And then I think the only person that I think was a significant loss on their defense, in my opinion, was Greenlaw. Yeah. I don't know why everybody keeps saying it's the other dude. And I'm like, bro, that dude been gone for like 2 years. Like, stop bringing up Kinlaw. Like, they be killing me.
I mean, but like Kinlaw and like
Kinlaw, he wasn't a starter either.
Yeah,
but I'm saying he been gone for like 2 years. Like he was with the Jets first. Like it wasn't like he was there.
People be confusing like Greenlaw with Kinlaw though.
Yeah, they do.
Probably.
So I mean, I think a young team. You did lose Debo, who was kind of fading out of the offense, anyways.
I mean, is that really a loss?
Not really. I mean, he's fat and lazy, anyways. I mean, and then
he
got rid of the contract. So I think
his weight is starting to concern me, though.
Did you see that film from like minicamp this week where he was running around like that?
I'm sure he didn't have a James Harden suit on, man. I don't know, man.
I mean, the boy looked like a fullback running around as a wide receiver, man.
Baby Mike All-Star out that moment.
He ain't missing no meals, man. And listen, bro.
I mean, not being in DC, he not because I mean,
bro, I was just about to say that, man. That DMV dog, like it ain't gonna help at all.
But I low key like I think Seattle like right there because like Seattle made a lot of I don't know, bro. Like they made a lot of transactions, but will them shits work? Yeah, you got rid of Geno, you brought in Sam, but does Sam fit? Like you got rid of both of your star receivers over the last few years. Like they out of there. Like
I mean, they also drafted Jalen Milroe in the third, so that that should tell you something that I don't know if they completely trust. I mean, Sam like
Darnold. Yeah, so it's like it's a mixed bag, man. But I think it's really close between San Francisco. But I think San Francisco is still gonna be way better than the other two teams. Like I think it come down like y'all said, like them and the Rams. I'm not even sold on the Rams. Mr. 67%. Never mind. I ain't gonna go down that path. Go down that path. People was hostile with me last year when I said he's a one read quarterback. No, he's not. Okay, 67% of the time he's a one read quarterback. Like, come on, bro. If you're not the first read, Sir said it. If you're not the first read, you dead.
I mean, but it's true though. But shit, I mean, Puka was my guy. Shit, I mean, I be trying to get him the ball too.
But
Though.
it ain't just been with Puka.
That's true. I mean,
You can go back to his
Puka,
Detroit
Megatron,
days. I mean, if Megatron was my first read, I'd probably go
that's what said. Megatron, my first read. That's what I'm throwing.
Hey, if it was Megatron, I'm throwing that motherfucker too. But I mean, that's his thing though. Hey, look, he good at it. I can't be mad at him for being good at it. But team that got better. I really like what they've been doing too, bro. And I really hate that this motherfucker is emulating the fucking Eagles. You piece of. Yeah, it's probably the Cardinals, bro. I mean, they address like a lot of their needs, bro. I mean, they went out last about 3 years. I mean, they've been having great drafts, and then the one player I was just like, hey, if they just leave him up, Walter Nolan, get him here. Like, hey, they've been pretty good, man. They've been really building. I like that what they've done as around like the team. I think it's just time like the experiment over, man. The midget dude just ain't gonna work, bro. And last year, like when he said what he said, I was kind of done with him. When you tell me it's not your job to get the receiver the ball, it's the offensive coordinator job to draw it up. Like, bro, if the play break down, like it's your job to get whoever the ball. Like, what are you talking about? I think the experiment is over. He's a nice athlete. He just ain't working. He just don't have the mentality to be the guy at quarterback, man. And I think it showed like when he got signed, when they had to put weird language in your contract for you to watch film, like all that type of stuff just tell me like you get out there, you playing. I mean, you play well sometimes, but it's just certain things where I just believe the team would be better moving forward with a different quarterback. I don't know how they're gonna do it because Jonathan Gannon and him seem to be able to, pull off a few good wins every now and again. So they end up, somewhere in the middle of the mix. So we'll see this year, but I think it's time to move on from Kyler, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If I had the opportunity to draft a better quarterback early, I would just do it. Like,
No, chill, bro. They need to resign him. It ain't him. It's the coaching staff. What you doing? You don't see the talent, the potential.
I'm trying to give him too much. I'm trying to give him too much bad advice.
Yeah, man. You listen, dog. Man, take your ass back east, dog. You like we Gucci out here.
Hey, JMIK, that is hey, stop trying to improve them. What are you doing? We like Kyler Murray
if
out
the
here.
Cardinals get a quarterback, dog, bro.
Yeah, but quarterbacks are scarce though. It's not like they don't grow on trees. So it's like I get a lot of people don't like Kyler Murray, but if you get rid of him, like you got to have a plan in place to get someone better than him. That's all.
That's why I said I would draft me one if I could.
Because I mean,
he's
like,
still on the contract for what, 2 more seasons? I would draft.
I mean, I think after this season, I think they can get out of it. I think with minimal damage to their salary cap. I mean, but it's like the Knicks, man. Like, I don't like to use cross sport references, but it'd be like firing Thibodeau, but now you ain't got no coach, and you're trying to interview people, and like the teams that they're coaching for, be like, hell no. So I mean, you're stuck. So I mean, that's the thing with Kyle. Like, you don't want to get stuck. Because I mean, if you let him go, and then you have to resort to like a Sam Darnold like option, like I don't.
2 more years, Mick. I told you.
So
if they cut him next year, shit, that's 130, 170 cap hit.
Oh shit! So I guess I was wrong. So it's 2 years then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 years. 2 years, and then they can get out at 43, 46, 46. So I would draft me a quarterback this year. Okay.
Yeah, you have to, because you don't want to be in a position like the Steelers or the Seahawks where you just don't have anybody once your guy leaves. I don't really have any difference of opinion of who got better and worse than everybody else has said, but I will say this. I don't know what the Seahawks are trying to do. A lot of your moves were very lateral. Like you just swapped the same type of player with the same type of player. You just changed the name. So I don't know what they're trying to do over there, but we'll see. Um, and also you bring in Cooper Cup, and I do believe they got Torrey Horton, the Colorado State wide receiver. I do like him, but that's a rookie, and you have Cup, who's on the back half of his career. I don't know if like that wide receiver core kind of worries me. And I also think that they've neglected the tight end position as well. So we'll see what happens with Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, like Seattle, it's just like it's. I mean, it's been like Smitty said, it's a lot of transactions, man, and I just want to see if it works or not.
Fuck them,
It's
man.
a lot. So to me, I left this one for last on purpose. I mean, it's the most interesting one in my opinion. I think every team in the AFC West has an argument. That's why I left them last. I
On
think
every team, really?
really do. I think every team has an argument, right?
I don't know about every team.
I want to hear this Raiders argument.
Yeah, I was about to say I think 3 out of 4 teams do. I don't know about the Raiders though.
I think you can argue the Raiders got significantly better.
I mean, they definitely got better. I'm not saying that. I mean, definitely, going from Aiden O'Connell to
how much
Geno
better
Smith.
is Geno than Aiden O'Connell?
But they still on the
gap.
floor though. Like it's a gap between them and the third team.
Yeah, but sir, me saying they got better, then I didn't say they moved from last to first. I'm just saying I believe looking at their roster, they improved the most. Because if I'm saying who's still in first place, then I'm circling back and saying the Eagles, I mean, still has a significantly better roster than anybody in my. But I'm not saying hold on, but Amber, I wasn't arguing that the Raiders had it. I said everybody has an argument, but I left the AFC West for last.
No, Amber, get that nigga, man.
That's not my team. Since I'm here, if I'm going first, I'm gonna say the Broncos to me improved the most. I think the Broncos made a lot of movement, and all the movement to me is signs that we trying to beat the best team in our division.
I can get jiggy with that.
I think the Broncos brought in the run game. Then they doubled down on it. They say, you know what, RJ Harvey was good, but we're gonna add J.K. Dobbins in as some depth. Like I believe, like they did. I believe they did a lot. Do they beat the Chiefs? I don't fucking know, but I think they did a lot of movement to be the best team. The team that to me got worse. I'm gonna say it.
You gotta say it, man. I'm saying with your chest.
Say it.
It's between the Chargers and the Chiefs to me, to be honest, though. I don't think I'm gonna say the Chargers, bro, and this is why. I don't think they brought in a significant pass catcher on the offense to help out. Like Ladd, yes, but Quentin Johnson is a bust, bro. He a bum. Like he can't catch to save his damn life. Like, and you left him out there to be wide receiver too. I don't think like. And then what? I think Palmer is the other guy. Like I just don't see how you help like the offensive side of the ball. I mean, you went and got Amari and Hampton, yeah, cool, but you still didn't add to that pass catcher room. To me, like I think they still are somewhere in the second or third best team in that division, but I just don't like what they did this offseason. I think you had a potential to bring in a significant wide receiver on the offensive side of the ball where you can phase Quentin Johnson out of this offense and move on from him. Like I know you drafted him in the first round. He's not a first round talent. He's not gonna ever be a first round talent. And I think like you lose Asante Samuel, which I don't really think people really care about. But I just felt like, you know what I mean? And then didn't they bring back Mike Williams?
Yeah.
Like what? Like, are you serious? The dude y'all complained about for years not being healthy. not being able to stay on the field, who left your offense in shambles when he got hurt every year. You brought him back because of what? He has a couple good games against the Chiefs? Like, bro, that's bullshit.
Not a couple, man. He really plays well against the Chiefs, man.
I'm not saying like two, but I'm saying like that's his trademark. Like he has good games against like I think the Chargers to me didn't do what they should have done. If you believe like Justin Herbert has this potential to be, you know, everything y'all tell me he is, then why the hell don't you help him out on offense? Like I understand you want to run the ball. I get it. I get it. But when it's time to pass the ball, you can't have a guy out there that he got to rely on like QJ. It just ain't gonna work. And Lat McConkey can't do all the work by himself. Like you needed some help on that offense. I think Omarion Hamden was a help. I think you needed more help, and that's the team I feel
Well,
like
they
didn't
got
address the most.
Trey
they
Harris,
did pick up Trey Harris in the draft, which I think will be a solid compliment for that. And also they
Yeah,
did get a tight end in the draft, I believe. Hit pass catching, I'm not quite there with him, but I do think that's an added piece for the blocking scheme, like run blocking for them, so that can help improve the offensive line when it comes to that. But um, to me, the team that improved the least is the Raiders. Um, okay, you brought in Geno Smith, cool. You brought in Genty, cool. I'm not sold on your offensive line still. Your wide receiver core still lacks um depth to me. You did have a couple of players that did step up for you last year, but I don't know how big of a needle mover that is. I'm also not sold on the defensive side of the ball either. I do believe they drafted two offensive linemen in this draft. That's cool, but I don't think I need to see that perform before I believe that's a huge improvement. And again, you didn't really address your linebackers or your safeties, in my opinion. I do think they have usable corners, and they do have a potential to have a really stout D line. But yeah, the Raiders to me just really didn't really improve. But I think the team that made the more impactful improvement was the Broncos. Um, you cut you paired Jade Parent with PS2 in that backfield, and y'all already had a solid secondary. But now you have two corners you can flip flop and use interchangeably in that backfield, and your D line, the pieces that you brought in for your linebackers as well, like kind of just solidifies those positions. And then offensively, I think they gave that a much needed boost in talent at the running back position, and you kind of added a little bit of pieces in the wide receiver core. I think that Broncos team did what was necessary to continue to compete in that division.
Um, I think I think the Broncos is. I mean, that's automatic. They've done the most. For me, my questions are the Chiefs and the Raiders. Um,
say it with your
I
chest.
don't I don't like that draft. Now I do like Norman Lott. I
Say it with
I,
your chest,
I
nigga.
I like Norman Lott in the second round. He was one of the guys that I had on my board. But the Simmons pick, it's like really high risk, high reward. You know, now I'm not no doctor, I'm not no medical professional, so I'm pretty sure that medical staff try to do their due diligence to make sure that his knee is it could hold up. But doing exercises and warm ups and lifting weights and trying to maintain your balance and your ground against a 300-pound man and he's pushing you is not the same thing. So I got to see him on the field. I got to see that knee hold up, um, because Norman Lott and I forgot. Let me go look real quick because I just had it pulled up. I didn't like the middle of that draft. They did pick up somebody in the back end. Hold
No, you're talking
on.
about Noah Williams out of Cal, the corner. They got him in the third. And
Yeah.
And then they got
and
Ashton
the,
Gillette, the edge out of Louisville too.
I was actually looking at Jeffrey Bossa, the middle
Oh yeah.
linebacker from Oregon. I like that pick. I was surprised that he's dropped to the fifth. But if Josh Simmons doesn't pan out, man, that's gonna be major for them. Um, I like what the Chargers draft to me was top heavy. I really don't like what they did on the back end. They did pick up RJ Mickens. I was surprised he dropped to the six. But uh, they don't need much, man. You know what I'm saying? They have been the AFC represent. They have been representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. What the last five of the last 6 seasons? You know what I'm saying? So they don't need much. They just need that guys. They did get Rashid back. You know, um, but as far as like additions, I didn't like that draft. I didn't like the Raiders draft.
Um, for me, this is pretty easy for me. Denver got had the most improvement. When you just look at free agency and the draft, you put them two things together. They already had a dominant defense, and then they added Greenlaw and a couple other pieces to make that defense even better. And they were already like a top 5, top 10 defense last year, and to add Greenlaw if Greenlaw is healthy, I mean, adding him to that mix, and then they also added Hufunga too, to that back end as well. And I don't think Hufunga, I don't think you're getting the all pro, his all pro season. Like, I don't think that's what you're getting. But I do think you're getting a safety that's gonna be good enough. I mean, for their back end. I mean, like, he's gonna be playing with Sertan and Jade Barron. And I mean Riley Moss. I mean, Riley Moss, last season was cool. I mean, I'll say it like that. It wasn't the greatest season for him, but it was cool enough, I mean, for that defense. And it's, so I look at that, and then I look at their offense. I mean, to me, the only question is, are they going to be able to run the ball better? I mean, they're pretty much bringing back the same old line for the most part. They didn't really lose anything that I could think of off that old line. And I mean, they added R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins, and then they also have the draft pick Audrey Estime from last year. And then they still have McLaughlin coming back. Like, that's the only, I mean, him and Audrey, the two guys coming back from last year. Just I mean, when I look at the totality, and I mean, also drafted Pat Brown in the draft, like, they made significant strides on both sides of the ball in terms of adding to the personnel to get better. So I said the Broncos in this division got, had the most improvement. I think for me, it was between them and the Chargers. Because I think the Chargers made a lot of improvements too. But I mean, I just think, like, in free agency, like, they killed it in free agency, and they had a pretty good draft. So I said those two teams. So what I'm about to say, like, the last two teams are the teams that got worse. And I'm saying it with my chest. I mean, to me, it's the Chiefs. And I mean, it's not the fact that they got worse, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't really add anything in free agency. I mean, they pretty much signed back their own players. And it is hard to say a team that made the Super Bowl and that has Super Bowl aspirations. I think the only team in the AFC that has better odds of making the Super Bowl is, like, I think it's the Ravens, and the Bills are slightly up above the Chiefs. But I didn't feel comfortable saying the Raiders, because, like, the Raiders did add a lot. I mean, like, they went from Aiden O'Connell to Geno Smith. Just by doing that, I mean, like, you're raising your ceiling. And then, not to mention that you're adding Ashton Genty to the mix. They traded Jack Beck. I mean, you're getting the second year of Brock Bowers, who was a all-pro first team in his rookie year. So I just think he's going to get better. I mean, my only question about the Raiders is the defense. I mean, the D line is going to be solid, but it's the linebackers in the secondary. That's my question. But getting back to the Chiefs, and I personally like their draft. Like, I think they did a really good job in the draft. I mean, like, they got a lot of players that I wanted to get, like Noah Williams. Like, I've been on Noah since, like, September. I mean, because I was really staying up late watching Cal games to watch him, and I wanted him on the Patriots, so I know how good he is. Jalen Royals, like, at the time, I wanted Jalen Royals over Kyle Williams. And Brashard Smith was a steal in the seventh. Like, I really like their draft, but, like, I mean, when I just look at the roster, I mean, it hasn't really, the guys that are right now slated to start, it's the same guys that they had last year. And so I feel like all the other teams have made improvements. So that's why I got the Chiefs last, but I still got the Chiefs winning the AFC West, though. It doesn't really change that, but that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I agree.
That was everybody, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. The AFC West is so, bro. And then y'all got Amber trying to run down on me about the Raiders, man. God damn, God.
I mean, you can run down on all you want, but it's just, I mean, when you look at the 4 teams, they all of them. 3 out of 4, like the Raiders got better, the Chargers got better, the Broncos got better, but they have to because they've let the Chiefs win the division 8 years in a row. So I mean, there's only so much better the Chiefs can get.
All right, man. We going into this next season, boy. I can't wait, boy. I think this one's gonna be interesting.
I mean, it's the first season in like 3-4 years that I'm actually looking forward to.
Oh, so you'll stop being up here telling people to vote against your team this year. Oh, good.
No, I mean, if people come in space and talk about you're gonna beat my team easily, me and you gonna have a problem.
And so if they come in like bye week, or they hit you with the bye week, oh man.
Yeah, and unless you're the Dolphins, I really can't say none until we beat Tua, man. But I mean, outside of that, nah.
I'm trying to see if there's any more news. I'm looking at the.
I mean, I think the only recent news was what the Saints signed that a running back was in Cam.
Y'all putting out that what's it called too, man? That motherfucking statue, man.
I mean, that a nigga deserve a statue, man. I mean, a nigga won 6 Super Bowls for the franchise, man.
Yeah, big statue, man.
The season after he left, that's
the question, man. What does it take for you to feel a player deserves a statue? Because I ain't gonna lie. I know a lot
got
of
a statue.
Tom Brady about to get a statue.
They're about to unveil it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Y'all gonna unveil it? JMIK,
August 8th.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I mean, it's August 8th. Like it's the week.
Look, man.
Commanders, yeah.
When you're the second greatest quarterback in NFL history,
you
deserve. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You deserve a statue, and I get it. The Patriots don't have a lot of players that you can put in that conversation, but damn it, Tom Brady deserves it. All right.
I mean, we got plenty of people in the Circle of Honor or I mean, whatever they call it. I mean, we got plenty of people, and they got a couple people in the Hall of Fame. I mean, to me, like it's like 2 categories, right? Like you either got to be, I mean, like you had to play for the franchise for a long time, and then in that time, you helped the franchise win championships, plural, and you was like influential in that.
Because Nick Foles definitely should have.
Yeah, and then say you don't fit into that category, then like
Nick Foles.
Yeah, I think they got a statue. Peterson got a fucking statue. Yeah, they don't. He don't deserve that shit, bro. I swear to God.
I mean, but that was the guy that brought you
I think what happened, JMIK, was my owner, been an owner a long time, won a championship and got antsy than a motherfucker because you ain't even let that shit marinate. By the time the next season started, you was already building the damn statue. Like,
I mean, to be truthful, Dawkins should have got a statue before him.
Thank you.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
There's a but I do get it because like he was the quarterback that did guide y'all to y'all shit. So I do understand, you finally got that. But yeah, no. Martin Dawkins not having a statue is kind of insane.
Yeah, he should have a statue.
I don't know. I just thought it was a little antsy to me, Pop. Like I thought it was like, oh, we got our first one. Let's get a quarterback that did the unthinkable a statue. And it was like, maybe ring of honor the nigga, but statue was a little like, okay.
Nah, I don't think he's getting a ring of honor though.
Yeah, he's definitely not getting y'all ring.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you wanted to honor him, like, give him something like that. But goddamn, like a statue, like that shit forever, nigga.
Yeah, but I do agree with like the sentiment. Like if you were a long-standing player and you were a part of like turning that franchise around, you can get a statue. I don't think everybody should, but just the pivotal play.
I mean,
Hey,
I can
do
see it
Ray
right
got a
now, but I mean,
statue?
like Patrick Mahomes is gonna get a statue in KC. Like when he's done, that shit gonna be quick.
Hey, do Ray Lewis got a statue?
I
He,
think so.
I want to say he does though.
Yeah. He definitely do. I had to look it up. It's guys like that, bro. Definitely deserve statues, bro. Like you came in, changed the franchise, won championships. Like yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, for
I
me, it's
think
like
that
Burrow though.
like that's reserved for motherfuckers that did something that's never been done before. Like they were exceptional. Like it goes beyond the team. Like they changed the landscape of the league to some degree.
Facts. You changed the league, or at least changed the culture of my team. You took us from irrelevant to relevant, and kept us there for a period of time, and it came with winning times. Yeah, you deserve it.
I mean, but I could even like, I mean, to go off on the tangent, like the Cardinals, they didn't win, but I could see them giving like Larry Fitz a statue though.
Yeah, but he fits the criteria, like kind of what I said. Like you came, we was irrelevant, you turned us relevant, and you kept us there for years. Like
Yeah,
your
that's true.
performance year in and year out kept us in contention for playoff spots when our team was kind of
Yeah,
not there.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So like I could see where he fits getting that. I think he would deserve that. With
Do you think
him.
they'll give it to him though?
I think eventually he'll get it.
Yeah, I think he will. Because hasn't he been put in their Ring of Honor?
I'm
If I'm
not.
not mistaken, yes.
He should have. Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
because Fitz was like late to put his retirement pay. I'm not even sure he put them papers in yet.
Nah, I think when he retired, it was maybe 2 years later. He actually formally retired.
Then they asked. I think I just seen like an interview there, like, why you didn't put it in? He was like, oh, I just, what I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, I get to it when I get to it. I'm like, what? Like, you got to retire to get in the Hall of Fame. He was like, he just looked at Buddy like, hey man, when it happens, it happens. Like,
I mean, he's getting in first ballot though, man. I don't even think that's a discussion of me.
but like the other day, it was a conversation, like they was having about receivers, and I kind of like how to like this like the first time I really seen him get like some praise. Like they were like, hey man, you gotta have Larry like top 10. Like,
I mean,
there's
to
no
me,
way.
Larry to me, top five. To me, he's number 5, but he's top 5.
But they was like,
Mm.
if you don't want to put him in, if you don't want to put him in the 5, like you gotta have him 10. Because it was a couple people came on stage and was like, he not top 10. I'm like, what?
Yeah, man.
So who your top five? Who 4 and 5? I already know 1, 2, and 3. Who
Well,
4 and
I'm gonna
5?
say for the people that don't know 1, 2, and 3. I mean, Jerry number 1. I don't think you can really dispute that. I mean, I didn't watch all his games, but like what he was doing later in his career,
Mm-hmm.
people just don't be. People aren't 38 years old. I mean, like putting up seasons of I mean, over 1,000 yards. That shit don't happen. So I got him 1. I got Randy Moss number 2. I mean, dude was dynamic. I got T.O. at 3, and I got Megatron at 4, and I got Larry at 5. So that's
No Julio?
No,
I mean,
Julio's not
Julio
top
would have
5.
been better, but to me, like the guys,
Antonio?
I mean, but
Touchdown.
Julio didn't score enough touchdowns, man. Like I get it.
Touchdown.
It might not have been his fault, but like when I'm talking about the greatest receivers that I have in my top 5, like I need you to score more touchdowns, man. Like I mean, to me, Julio is like 6 to me. So, but I mean, like that space. I was listening to that space when dudes was trying to say like Marvin Harrison was better than Fitz and a couple other. I'm like, man, you don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I mean,
Like, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't argue with you about it if you said it.
I mean, I just don't agree with you. That's all. I mean, I just think like Larry gets slept on because Larry wasn't the fastest guy, like he wasn't the most flashy guy. But if you look at his career, like you know what I mean, like he's the I mean he's the receiver that you want. I mean, if you're not gonna get one of the top 4 guys that I listed, then I mean give me Fitz, man. That's where I look at it.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I agree with the first 4. I'm taking AB at 5 though. I ain't gonna need cap. That
mean, if you
run by
say AB
AB.
at 5, then I'm not
I
gonna
got
be.
AB at 5. I got Antonio Brown at 5.
Yeah, I don't really got a problem with that.
That listen, like really looking at the number, I was like, damn, he really went on a crazy like 6-year run. Like it was insane. Like
I mean, if you don't go crazy and do the shit what he did with the Raiders and the Patriots, and get cut, like and with the Bucks too. I mean, the arc of his career would have been different.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest with you, dog. I like Fitz. That's my guy. But I'm taking Chris Carter over him. I'm taking Marvin Harrison over him. I'm probably gonna take Antonio Brown over him. And just because it's my personal favorite, I'm gonna take Julio over him too.
Yeah, I ain't. The Julio, I like Julio. Julio like 7 or 8 on my list.
I mean, he was a great receiver, but like I said, he just didn't
Touchdowns
score enough.
kill me. Like
And
you look at guys in the league, right? It's guys in the league that's playing right now. Oh, God damn it! Hold on, Jigga. Yeah, you're right. I would have definitely been okay with that over fucking Foles. Definitely would have been okay with BG over Foles. Definitely, 100%, 100%. Wouldn't have had no argument. Because if it wasn't for that nigga strip sack, we still lose that game.
I mean, BG could have got a statue though, because he played with y'all for with his whole career, right?
Yeah, whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Whole career.
Yeah,
Whole
that
career.
makes sense.
I would have been okay with that. But
I mean, he still could. He might get a statue though, man. I mean, maybe not right now, but maybe 5-10 years down the road though.
Yeah, because he won 2 of them with y'all, and
yeah.
was a part of both defenses that kind of got y'all there.
And low key, I almost had a strip sack in both of them bitches, but they recovered the one in the Chiefs game. Fuck. It'd have been 2 strip sacks. God damn. Nah, that receiver thing is, I think, preference, man. It get tricky when you start talking about top 10 top receivers there. Like, cause I like Chris Carter, but I gotta be like, I don't know, 9.
Man, I just can't put Chris in front
I
of
think
Larry
like
Fitzgerald.
once
I just can't do that.
when you're doing your wide receiver list, I think everybody will have the same top 3, right? I think it's once you get 4 down, that's where it's gonna be like, okay,
Hmm.
You might not even
mm,
argue. I might not even argue with your first 4. It gets
It,
shaky after 4 though, because
it,
I ain't gonna argue with Megatron if you got him in your 4. I ain't gonna
I mean,
argue
when I
with
heard
that.
some
yeah.
people in that conversation trying to put T.O. at like 6,
Nah, I'm
I'm
cussing
like,
you out.
bro, come on.
If you ain't got T.O. in the top 3, I'm cussing you out. No cap.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I definitely heard people not trying to put T.O. in the top 3. I'm like, yeah, y'all crazy.
so
Like,
if we're going by touchdowns, it's not crazy to say Chris Carter above Fitz.
I'm just saying I'm not doing it because I just think Chris was a great wide receiver. I just think Larry Fitzgerald was just better to me. I mean, now the crazy thing is like their hands were comparable though. Like they both had crazy hands for a wide receiver though.
Yeah, them boys weren't dropping shit.
Yeah,
They weren't dropping shit. My
and
God.
like, and for me, one of the main reasons I have Larry at 5 is because Larry, when he started his career, he was playing outside, and then as he got older, he had to move to the inside. And he was just as good. And so, like, there are some guys that could do that, but a lot of guys can't do that. So I mean, like, it's I mean, like, it's that. And then when Larry got to the playoffs, Larry was just I mean, that nigga was different in the playoffs. Like, you could not guard him in the playoffs. So,
Hey Jig, I'm gonna block you.
I mean,
I'm
if you
gonna
got
block
AB at 5, then I don't really got no beef with it because I mean, AB, like Smitty said, his 5 to 6 year run, like there's hardly any guys in the league that got a run like that. So,
Hey Jig, I'm gonna block you. Okay, I'm gonna block you if you say that. What? Get you what? What we gonna give him a flag of him getting a personal foul? That's all that nigga was good for. The hell and the recovery. What he gonna be laying down on the ground over the ball? Get the hell out of here. Nigga didn't do nothing relevant at all.
I mean, NFL Network is really showing all these Bills and Chiefs games. This shit crazy.
I'd be hurt if I was a Bills fan.
Yo, that is crazy.
Brother, but you got to watch all your L's. That's insane.
I mean, but that's a good question to ask, fans of NFL. Like, if your team made it to the Super Bowl, like, do you rewatch those L's? And I could tell you firsthand, I ain't never rewatched none of the, like the Eagles loss or like the 2 Giants losses. I've never rewatched them games.
I've never rewatched the 04 game. I never cared to watch that shit. Fuck McNabb.
I mean,
First Super Bowl, I wasn't.
But the Super Bowl wins, I can watch them shits over and over and over again, man.
I watched the fucking Chiefs one over again. I was mad as hell. I was like, bro, I gotta see this shit. Like, what the fuck? I was hurt, dude. I was like, damn, we lost that shit to them niggas. I feel better now, though, but still don't feel better because that shit's still a loss. Fuck. I need to get to 500, man. So niggas like certified catch me in spaces and, you know what I mean, run down on me. Don't hit me with the, what's your record in the Super Bowl? At least I can hit it with them 3-3, nigga. Wow. Now what, nigga?
Now how I get in it?
Because you was the first one to hit me in the head with it. Like, I was arguing. He was like,
you hit everybody with that question. I mean, what's your record in the Super Bowl? Niggas be like, shit, fuck.
100%.
Oh yeah, you is 100%. Goddamn. I'm a little bit over a little bit under 500.
I mean, and my head is above water, man. That's all I got to say.
Everybody can't have a winning record in the Super Bowl like you guys, okay? All right?
Listen, dog.
Shit happened. I had 2 incompetent coaches and a drunk, okay?
I mean, but for the longest time, and we was
and a slippery field, See,
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
I mean, y'all been to 11 of them things, man. So it's like,
I mean, but that's why I said, I mean, my head is a little bit above water. That's why I said it like that. Because I mean, we are 6-5, man. Like it's tough, man.
Bro, if you was 6-10, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. I just want to be in above 500, man. That's all.
No, I'm just saying though. Like, close your ears, Smitty, because I ain't talking about you. But like if you're like 1-3, or that's different. 6, when you win 6, it don't matter you lost 10, dog.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to lose 10 of them things.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Shit. Of course not.
2-3. I'm 2-3. So you weren't talking to me anyways.
Yeah. No, I was just talking about,
Hey, Mick. Hey, look, I'm almost there, nigga.
The emphasis was, like going to hypothetically going to 16 Super Bowls, dog. Like that is insane. Okay. And if you win 6 of those 10, like, come on, man. Like 6? That's a lot.
I feel what you're saying, but like
if you win 4 of 10, can you be?
Man, you can have 1. It's like the Saints.
I got a question.
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but like we have one of the worst Super Bowl losses. Like it got to be top 5, one of the worst Super Bowl losses in the history of the Super Bowl.
Oh,
what if you were like 4 for 10? What if you were 4 for 10? So if you was in the like, let's maybe just quick question. What if you were like 4 for 10? Could you be considered like the greatest? Or never mind.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this, and
I don't know, man. Like 4th will put you in 3rd place because you got teams that have 5, you got teams that have 6. So I'm gonna look at that a little different. Like if you at the top and you're 6-10, I mean, come on, bro. What we doing?
Hey, JB, he missed it.
I mean, I ain't miss it though, but I mean, never missed that.
Wait. What you say? Maybe say it again.
Was like, let's say for instance, you were just like 4 for 10. Could you be like considered the greatest player? Never mind. That dude that played for the Lakers. It was kind of a little shot.
Yeah, man, he helped y'all match the Celtics.
He helped what?
I mean, he did. He definitely did, though. for
Yeah,
y'all.
what?
He helped y'all. Yeah, he
Not
helped
for
y'all tie the
LeBron. I mean,
Celtics.
y'all are not tied with us. Well, I mean, y'all not tied no more. But you know what I'm saying, like 4 years ago.
Yeah, y'all be 2 back.
Yeah.
Wait, huh? He what? I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I don't know.
Oh, so you're forgetting the bubble ring? Is that what's happening right now?
I thought AD won that ring, man. What? LeBron came in 21, didn't he? Damn. All right, well, shit. I gotta go back. I got revisionist history.
Yeah, that's real. I'll be revisionist.
Hey, bro, that nobody respects the ring anyway. Shit.
I
Might as
mean,
well not exist.
and yeah, I mean, personally, I mean, I've told people in spaces for years that I don't respect that ring. There people like, what the Celtics won it? I wouldn't respect it either. Like I be trying to tell Laker fans, man, it don't matter who won that ring. I wasn't gonna respect it.
I hear you and all, but I don't give a fuck. My team won that ring. Huh, yeah, I'm claiming that bitch.
But nah. It's gonna be fun though, man. Everybody done with their mandatories. It's all over with for y'all, right?
For us,
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chiefs got theirs this week, don't they? Because I thought they
I seen them working out today. I seen like videos
yeah, I think
today.
it started today. It's like today through the 17th. I think some teams started theirs this weekend. I don't know how many though, but I think after once we get to the middle of next week, I think all the mandatory mini camps should be over by then.
Hey, Pop, your fan base ain't running around the app like you, girl.
Hmm?
Your fan base, they run around chin up, chest out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
Yeah,
better do it now at least. Yeah.
they ain't soaking. They like they you know what I mean, it might be generational loss, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Them niggas was probably the same niggas that was praising the Derek Carr signing. So, like, what?
Hey,
I
one
mean,
of
if
them is
you like,
Let's definitely was. Let's was down for this.
I mean, but personally, I mean, if you know you're going to be bad, this is the best time to be doing what they're doing right now. Because as you get closer to the season, and you're not gonna want to do that shit no more.
No, about week 3, yeah, I mean, they start certified told me the rules early. He said week 3, the sorry ones gonna start, you know what I mean, being listeners. Then week 8, the ones that thought they was gonna make the playoffs and they not gonna make the playoffs, they're gonna start disappearing. So the people that you get to talk to in week 11, you know what I mean, should be contenders, but you know the fakes still come up there and talk crazy. But yeah, you know what I mean. I remember the rules, man. I remember the
Yeah,
rules.
unfortunately, man, I had to learn the rules. I be just trying to keep up, man, because the rules just keep changing and shit. You know, I don't have a rule book, so I gotta go by what I'm told.
But nah, it's a lot of teams. I think, man, still got to be bad, shit, because everybody can't. You know, you get everybody in the
Hey,
spaces like 10 wins.
what's your name? Jigga. Let me figure out how I can block you real quick. Hold on.
See, I can block you.
Let me figure out where to block you off of this thing, man.
Simp, what's happening, Simp? Hey, Simp, man. I heard y'all coming in 3rd place, man. That's what they told me. Man. I'm just saying, man. That's what they talk about, man. Just they say the Cowboys covered the spread, man. It's up for y'all.
Man, I just know if certain teams don't win their division and shit, they are about to crash out.
If I win back to back, the NFC East gonna crash out.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
because y'all have never won back to back, right?
Well, I was the last one to do it
25
since
years.
04.
Yeah.
21 years.
And I know the Giants never did it, and the Commanders haven't done it either. So
The Cowboys did it like once, like back in the day. You know, in the
once,
90s.
yeah.
They was doing it back in the day a little bit.
I mean, but there's good divisional talks this year, man. Like, there's a lot of divisions that you kind of looking at the division, and you know, I mean, there's more than one team that could win it. So,
but since realignment, it's only happened once. I'm trying to make it happen twice.
Yeah, the NFC North is the division I'm keeping my eye on this season because there is no clear cut winner, in my opinion, with that division right now.
Can Detroit have a fall off? Because everybody seems to be overlooking their potential
I mean, I think they can move back to the pack in terms of the NFC North. I think they can. I don't think they're going 15-2 again. I'm not gonna be
No,
honest.
I'm
no,
gonna be
no.
honest with you, dog. I'd be shocked if they win 9 games.
Ooh,
Games, man. Come on.
Bro,
Now.
you cannot lose 8 coaches. You cannot do that on that level.
I get what
So,
you're saying, but I just think they're going. I mean, I still got them in the playoffs.
and it was like Smitty was there. We was talking about the jump that they made. It was Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was no longer there. They try to tell us that they made a jump with Dan Campbell. Lo and behold, after further research, Dan Campbell only coached, called plays for half of the season.
I mean,
Okay,
Dan Campbell is like he's like a Mike Tomlin. Like he's not drawing up like plays and I mean X's and O's. Like that's not what he does.
but that's what we were told. That's what he did. It,
I mean, who told you that?
Smitty, am I saying this correctly?
Yeah. The jump was with Dan
I
Campbell
don't
and
want to say that man's name. I
Ben
don't want
I
Johnson
to.
mean,
was
the jump was with Dan Campbell, but Dan Campbell's not like he's not an X's and O's kind of coach though. That's just not like in that respect. He's like Mike Tomlin. Like he's like a master motivator.
yeah,
Yeah,
he a culture builder,
Yeah, he
culture
is.
builder.
yeah,
And I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with being a culture builder though.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
But
I got one.
we saw what happened with Sirianni that transition year.
That motherfucker
I
couldn't call
think
play.
that Sirianni has been a better evaluator of talent. Okay, and it took him a year to get back on track. All right. So we've seen him do that twice. All right. I don't know. I don't have the same faith in Dan Campbell that I have in Sirianni to do what Sirianni did.
I mean, to me, my only argument with the Dan Campbell thing is Dan Campbell brought in, Ben Johnson and brought
Hmm.
in Aaron Glenn. So what's to say that he can't find another group of coaches to bring in to be his coordinator? That I'm not going to see as successful, but still be successful.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that he can't. I just got to see him do it first.
Well, what do you mean do it for the second time? Because they already did it one time.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but
Sirianni's done it.
the first time he did it, they weren't being successful when he flipped the team though. They
Yeah,
were
like
actually losing.
what I'm saying, what I need to see. I've seen Sirianni
No,
replenish
no, I'm
his
agreeing with you,
coaching
sir.
staff.
What
I've
I'm saying is,
seen Mike Tomlin revamp his coaching staff. I haven't seen him do it, so I got to see him do it first. I haven't seen Dan Campbell do it, so I got to see him do
yeah,
it.
that's because what I was saying was like, like when he brought in Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, it was because they were but they weren't good.
Yeah, but also when he brought those guys in, they didn't have the talent that they have now. So when he brings in the new
They didn't have
DC,
the talent. They did not. You're right.
yeah. So I mean, now they have the talent is still the same. So now when you bring in the OC and the DC, I mean, like it shouldn't be such a rough transition. I mean, it's going to be a transition because, like, I mean, coaches have like different philosophies. So
Hmm.
I mean, you would have the same scheme, but your philosophy not the same. So I mean, that's
You
just
gotta hope you got good coordinators. That's
But
all you gotta hope at this
Yeah.
point.
but it's not just that they lost 2 starters on the offensive line, you know, and
Oh yeah,
we know how instrumental the offensive line is to Jared Goff
and
and
center,
that play action.
center.
So it's like they got a lot of question marks, man. Like,
But I think their defense is going to be better though this year than it was last year, though. Personally, because I mean, Aaron Glenn, like people love to point to Aaron Glenn, but like under him, like that defense wasn't the greatest. And I mean, it was
it
cool.
wasn't.
It was
It
cool.
wasn't. They was an opportunistic defense that kind of benefited from how the Lions could put up points in bunches.
Yeah, I
Is
Like
Dan Campbell gonna run into that same situation? I'm wondering. I just read what Jigga said. Is Dan Campbell gonna end up in that same situation in a few years where he has a problem developing a quarterback?
mm-mm,
well, it
I
depends
can't
on
wait.
Golf, I mean, it depends on how long he plays because I mean, like they've had like the backup kid they got from Tennessee. He just been sitting back there. You don't really hear nothing about him ever. So
I just know this: if Jared Goff is a what's the Ben Johnson merchant, they in trouble,
Oh yeah,
trouble, trouble.
if it turned out to be he a
yeah,
merchant,
but I don't
boy,
think you can call him a Ben Johnson merchant because
not yet.
Why
well,
can't
no, I
I?
don't think you can at all because he played for the Rams under McVay. And
Not
so,
at this level.
I mean, he was putting up good numbers with the Rams.
Not at this level.
I mean, what did he? I mean, like, but he got further with the Rams than he did with the Lions.
Okay.
And I mean, like his numbers are pretty. I mean, like I think his numbers with the Detroit are higher, but he still had good numbers with the Rams. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's proven that he's not a Ben Johnson merchant, but Jared Goff got a ceiling. Like and and I think everybody knows that he has a ceiling. And
I
so,
disagree. I don't think he's proven anything.
no, I think Jared Goff is mostly the same
Or
quarterback
Jared is
that he was with the Rams and with the Lions. I don't think he's changed that much.
We could say that. What if he's
They ran him out of LA for a reason.
Well, yeah, they ran him out of LA because he couldn't win the big game. And I still think with the Lions, he still
could he be a beneficiary of two great offensive minds?
See,
figuring out how to work with their quarterback at the highest stakes. Because both of those guys we relate Sean McVay and Ben Johnson as top of the league as far as offensive minds in this league right now.
I mean, because if you look at it, like with the Rams, like he had a season where he threw for 3,800 yards, 4,600 yards, and another 4,600 yard season. And when he was throwing 28 and 30 touchdowns in a season, he's doing the same thing. Like his completion percentage, the yardage, the touchdowns, it's almost identical.
Hey, Jared Cousins is crazy, fam.
I mean, it's very close. I mean, like stat wise, like I said, I don't think he's changed that much since he was with the Rams versus the Lions. I think he's the same guy. I think he the guy when you get in the playoffs and I mean, like and they get away from the run or the run gets stopped and you put the game on his shoulders. He's not gonna win you that game.
Yeah,
I don't think he's changed.
So let me change that. If the new OC can't hire Jared Goff, they're in trouble.
Well, yeah, I mean, but they should be able to because they should be. See, the thing about that Commanders game, man, like they were running the ball 4 and 5 yards a clip, and they just got away. I don't know why Ben Johnson just did not want to, like, what I mean, like he was trying to be the smartest guy in the room. He should have just kept running the football. I don't know why he didn't.
He was trying to hurry up and get that season over with so he can get on his roster in Chicago.
I guess so.
Because he knew Dan was going to fuck that money up anyway. So he was like, let me go ahead and end this shit now because I'm bored and I want to go on vacation.
I mean, I guess so, but his play calling that game wasn't smart. But and that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's annoying Ben Johnson with the Bears, and I'm not even ready to do that. Like I got to see him as a head coach first.
Yeah, that head coaching shit different, boy.
Yeah, that shit different.
You responsible for everybody, not just your offensive foot. You responsible for everybody, all 53 and the coaching staff.
I mean, but the GM set them up though, because I mean, like they added pieces to the O-line to make the O-line better to give Caleb more time to throw.
Seemed like that was Ben Johnson though, right?
Say what?
I said it seemed like those pieces was like Ben Johnson coming in and being like, "Hey, we need to improve this shit right now."
Well, I mean, Ben Johnson probably went to polls and like, look, like I want to try to get these guys, or like certain positions, and then they found the trades. So I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't partially Ben Johnson, but like Poles still got to actually make the move.
Yeah, he made it happen. So yeah, that's definitely a plus. Yeah. Definitely a plus.
Yeah, but
I think they set up for success though. No cap.
Yeah, and I think the North going to be tough this year, man. Like, I mean, JJ, I don't know what you expect to get out of JJ, and then Love is just like, I mean, Love is like riding a roller coaster, man. Like, I mean, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. So,
damn, JJ, boy, you in a tough situation.
I just don't know because the early reports out of like mini camps was he wasn't that great.
Who's JJ?
Yeah, so but like I said earlier in the show, man, I don't put a lot of stock in the mini camps.
Yeah.
So I mean, show me in training camp and show me the preseason games, or in the regular season if he's still not playing well. But I think the roster around
mini camp, you can't even install plays, right?
Huh?
Something I heard during this time you can't even install plays yet.
No, that's when they do the installment
Yeah,
during camp.
yeah.
I thought that's training camp. I thought you couldn't install
No, I
during
think they
mini camp.
started during minicamp though.
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause I
Yeah.
know they were doing that with like Drake May because like Drake May's in a whole new. I mean, so with the Patriots, like the system
Maybe it
they
was
were
the
running last year
voluntary mini
was
camp and
different.
not the
No.
mandatory. Maybe it's the voluntary.
Yeah. So I mean, like they were installing like the plays in like mini camps and stuff. So I mean, like they're gonna have the playbook and all that good stuff now. So
Yeah. The OTAs is when you do your installments. Training camp is when you actually
put on the
start
playbook.
like running the plays in pads and all of that, like 11 on 11.
And that shit is different. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, like I'm watching that division. I'm watching the AFC West. Even watching the AFC South, man. Like I mean, some could shake in that division too. Because if the Colts could get some kind of quarterback play like that, that's a good team.
Yeah. I'm curious what's going to happen in the South. It's a lot of uncertainty over there. And I just feel like you know, Houston has just had the misfortune of running into a better team, and then they got injured. But then the other guy, Jacksonville, I mean, I don't know what the fuck Jacksonville be doing, man. They've had talent over there. They just, mm
I mean, to me, like I said about Jacksonville, like in a space earlier this week. To me, it's boom or bust. Like I think they're
yeah,
either gonna be really good or they're gonna be really bad. And I don't think there's any in between.
Yeah, the Bears are incompetent, Jigga. They passed on Carter and JD5. You damn sure right they did. They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, but they did. But some of like the Falcons passed on Jalen Carter too. That shit was dumb. I mean, a lot of teams passed on Jalen Carter in that draft. It just didn't make any sense. And then I get the whole driving thing and all that, but man, like a player of
I appreciate him.
caliber, that was crazy.
I appreciate him.
I mean, I bet you do.
Thank you. Thank you to the Bears too, because you let me trade up one spot when other people was trying to call and do the same. Appreciate you. Led me to a good, good trip. I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna speak on who gave me the first round pick, man. But you know what I mean. She the greatest person
Who gave you first round pick?
I'm just saying.
She the greatest person I ever met in my life, man. You know what I mean? Pop my dog forever, boy. I don't care what the people say about the Saints. I'm riding.
They all right with you, huh?
What? Forever. I hope. Hey, listen.
Yo, quarterback
Friends till the end?
5.
I knew she was coming.
The end is crazy.
To the end, bro. Friends to the end. Hey, look, sir. So I told somebody the other day. They were like, "Why you?" I was talking to Shifty. He was like, "I'm glad he ain't called my GM this year so he could do some dumb shit." I was like, "Nah. He wanted to make sure he kept his job so he could call him next year."
Dang.
Shifty was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here." I'm like, shit, he gonna call him next year, bro. He gonna be right there. Hello?
Yeah, I'm curious
Hey,
about
it's
the
up for
South
y'all.
too.
It's up for y'all. Simple. Talk about it's a fee. Nah, y'all ain't charging me a fee for Cooper DeJean though. Yeah. Interception in the Super Bowl. Appreciate it. Appreciate the Washington Commanders for that one.
Man,
That was a pick six, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know it.
You're not the only team that appreciates the Commanders, man. Thank God for them for drafting Ford. So I mean, we could draft Gonzo, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. What? Oh, Emmanuel Ford's on the Rams, ain't he? Damn.
Yep. But I mean, they drafted him right in front of Gonzo. They drafted him at 15, and we drafted Gonzo at 16. Damn.
And now they got bubble gum for hamstrings over there. Damn. It's kind of nasty out there with the Commanders, man. I apologize, man. Shut.
Yeah, man.
They better pay Terry, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If they don't pay Terry,
bro, they
I'm
don't
gonna
have a
some.
fucking choice. They don't have a choice.
Terry, bro. You don't pay
they
Terry,
have no choice.
You go into week 1 with McCaffrey and Debo Samuel as sharing the targets at wide receiver 1 with Ertz.
Yeah, but I think Noah Brown went down this week, right? He got carted off the field or something, right?
Yeah, that's why I said it's gonna be Luke and goddamn Debo.
I mean, but
Because
the
it
good
would have
thing
been Noah and Debo.
Yeah, I was gonna say the good thing for the Commander fans is though you didn't hear anything in terms of like the negotiation this week, so maybe that's a good sign for them.
I mean, shit, it ain't much they can hear. The motherfucker went home.
Yeah, but it could be worse where you hear like bad stuff coming out where like they're not close or they're not even talking like shit.
They had
like
already put that out though that they was.
Yeah.
but that was the week before. I'm talking about this week.
Oh well, shit. It ain't shit changed. They not talking and they not close.
Hey, Jigga, you doing a little bit too much, good brother. Little bit too much with the twerking, cuz I ain't doing no twerking. You can't do none of that. But man, I appreciate. I'm just showing thanks and appreciation to the teams that showed me love, man, over the time when I was down, man. You know what I mean? When I needed a helping hand.
I just know the Vikings better do something. They got. I think that they got the second best roster and they got the best coaching staff. Everybody coming back, so back that shit up with some wins, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey.
I mean, not just wins, but playoff wins too, though.
Yeah, playoff.
And you can win all the regular season games you want, but you get to the playoffs and don't win, then that shit don't make no difference.
That should be sad too, bro.
I mean, to win 13, but to win 12, 13, 14, 15 games, you get there, you don't win a playoff game. That's not a good look. Just saying.
Dak Prescott know how to feel. Oh damn.
I mean, Dak done. I mean, like he's won a playoff game here and there at least.
And he got two.
Yeah.
Got two.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And
like I said, here and there.
Two.
One here and one there. Yeah.
Justin Herbert still at the big old Zito.
I mean, that's why I'm not bullish on the Chargers, man. Like he got to come through. He got to come through in the playoffs for that team. At least win one playoff game.
Nah, hell no. He need. God damn, he need two, bro. Shit.
I mean, well, shit. You got to win one first, don't you?
God damn, boy.
He ain't even won one.
Damn. You telling me he gonna get? I don't even know. I don't even know what happens to him in the playoffs. Like last year was a complete debacle. He turned into a complete Pinocchio. Everything I seen all season was a lie. What he threw 3 or 4 interceptions?
I think it was 4, wasn't it? I could have swore it was like 4. But I could check. I mean, it's not a hard thing to check.
Yeah, I was just asking. You know what I mean? It's 3 or 4. I mean, either way, I mean.
I want to say it was 4.
Didn't he throw like fucking 4 all season? Like, come on.
No, actually, I think he threw 3 all season, and then I think he threw more. He threw more picks in that one game than did the whole regular season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he threw 4 picks. One touchdown and 4 picks, and that one touchdown was that Lad McConkey like 80-yard touchdown.
But you don't hear nobody talking about that shit.
No, people talk about it in spaces though.
Here and there.
I mean, people even started.
A lot of people like it's Trevor, Justin Herbert last year type shit.
I'm gonna give people started putting him in like the whole Trevor conversation though, somewhat.
He should be in, but it's that one good season like where he went completely nuclear. That's really like people can't.
I wouldn't say one. I mean his first 3 seasons were pretty damn.
But he had one. Well, didn't he have like 5,000 and like 40 touchdowns or some shit?
Yeah, that was his second season. He had 5,000 yards and 38 touchdowns. His rookie season, he had 4,300 yards and 31 touchdowns. His third year, he had 4,700 yards and 25 touchdowns. Yeah. So
that second year, they hung their hat on that motherfucker. They was like, yeah, he solidified. It's over with.
Yeah, I mean, last season he only had 3 picks in the regular season. He threw 4 in the playoffs. That is insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
Well,
it is insane. But hey, man, we at the 2-hour 9-minute mark. We're gonna get up out of here, man. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in with us, man. Every Saturday, I know last week was a little shaky, but we had some good shows because we did 2 episodes last week, Friday and Saturday, man. We did a little ball talk on Saturday. Me, Sir, JMIK, Pop was absent. She had some things going on. So yeah, I mean she was there Friday and we had even better talk. So if y'all missed either one of those episodes, go back, tap in, you know what I mean? Show us some love. Cause hey man, we do this for the people, man. We don't, you know what I mean? We do this for the people so y'all can have some good football content week in, week out. So, yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Hey, Pop, can you give us those final words so we can get up out of here?
For sure. Keep tapping in with us every Saturday at 11:15 Eastern AM. And tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll see y'all next week.
We out.